Yeah, I don't know. Like, what would you guys do to improve FPL? Like,
I'd
to
remove the
make it
captain.
okay. And are you gonna bring?
I hate captaincy. I hate it when I've got like
No,
5 good players and I'm sad because I picked the wrong one.
no, but I think you need captains just because. I mean, we should talk about this during the actual podcast. But I think you
Yeah,
need captains just to separate people because otherwise teams can be too
that
similar.
is true. That is true. It'd be a bunch of people bunched together. The captaincy is when you've got loads of people with basically the same team. You're right. It does help separate people.
So,
I
if
just
you were to remove captain, what would be in its place?
I don't fucking know. I still think bench gives half points rather than no points would be quite cool.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that would work at all, but you know,
I sorry. The thing I'd fix, yeah, bench. I don't know, but the thing I'd fix, I don't think there's enough variancy in the points, especially when it starts off. I don't know why players like have to be exactly on like 0.5 increments.
yeah,
Like when the game starts off is the big one, but also even if you make so instead of having let's say Salah be 12.5 points, you can make him like 125 points, let's say, and just increase the budget to 1,000, and then you just gives them like a bit more movement and flexibility, I guess. And yeah, like why can't a player start on like 9.7? Why do they have to start on 10 or 9.5?
I think that's fair. That's a really good point.
it'd be useful for separating some players like Mane and Salah. I don't know. I don't think you could say that it would be wrong to have Salah a tiny bit more expensive than Mane, but if there's 0.5 increments, they're the same, aren't they? Basically.
Yeah.
I had this idea a while back. Don't know whether you guys would agree with it. Have you guys heard of? Oh, okay, sorry, not heard of. I think we all know that clean sheet points do exist, and I was thinking that it would be really shit to judge defenders based on how well the whole team plays. And I was thinking, maybe instead of just 4 points for a 90-minute or 60-minute clean sheet, you go like either a 3-1 or a 2-1-1 sort of thing, where like if you go 45 minutes with a clean sheet, you get 2. And then if you make it to 60, you get 3. And then if you make the full 90, you get 4. That sort of thing.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think they try and keep it simple just because they just want to not make it complicated so people don't have to think too much. They can just look at the score and be like, oh, my player got a goal, they got points.
The thing is, make it too easy for everybody.
Yeah.
So much fucking guidance nowadays.
Yeah, they do make it easy. What they should do, I don't know if this is avoidable, but there are certain players who don't get points, mainly defensive midfielders.
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
Looking at it a couple of years ago, of introducing like, you know how keepers get like a point for every 3 saves.
Yeah, there should be interceptions in clearance.
Every 3 interceptions, every 3 tackles, or something like that.
Yeah, interceptions, clearances, and tackles.
Yeah,
and maybe even aerial duels one. But yeah, because it mainly came up because like N'Golo Kante was clearly the best player in the league, and like no one would get him in fantasy.
Yeah, maybe instead of trying to track it for every single player, maybe just award points for the best stopper. So don't go and try to reward every single player out there for for every single piece of action they do because it's too much data to track. Because like
Is it?
I think
They have all
certain
the
players-
data though.
Hmm?
What? They have all the data. It's just they have the data. They're with Opta.
Yeah, they do. But I meant like, how earlier you brought up that you don't want a game to be too complicated. So you don't want people to be buying certain players just because or like you don't want players to celebrate the recovery of a random attacking midfielder, that sort of thing. Whereas if let's say you kept that metric in there, you kept that mechanic, but you only award like 2 points to the player in the whole match that had the most CBI plus recoveries. Just that one guy, kind of like a separate bonus, or like a best stopper bonus or something like that. Then that would still reward defensive midfielders, right? Instead of rewarding every single player for every single defensive action,
But
you
that's
reward
hard,
the
and then
best.
that becomes like another bonus point system
You
sort
know,
of
you
thing.
need to open it up to every player. That's just
I mean, that still opens it up to every player. It just means that you don't have to go and look at 20 different teams, 11 players just to see who has the best recoveries.
yeah.
Because when you look at
Obviously, everyone will have context. It's basically a guaranteed 2 points on top of the 2 points for playing, 2 points for the CBI and the clean sheet point. That's like 5 points every week, guaranteed basically. Everyone will have him. Like, let's say you've got a really shit game and there's no interceptions, no nothing, but somehow Kante just gets his one out of the game. And you reckon that's still enough to get 2 points rather than him rewarding like a point for every 3 or something.
By the way, Fion, the pod hasn't started. We're just arguing for argument's sake.
did he just
Just wondering.
Yay!
So just going back to what Lucy was saying earlier about like punishing defenders for losing clean sheets and whatever when it's not their responsibility.
Fuck defenders.
Could you also like, I mean, obviously you can't like just not make them lose clean sheet points for them lose clean sheet. That's just basic rule. But in Football Manager, they tell you like when you concede a goal, they tell you the player whose mistake it was that led to the goal.
Ooh.
Could you obviously like give like
They track that stat. They do track it.
Yeah. So could you give like an extra -1 or -2 or not a -2, maybe -1 just for that? That's what like.
I think there should be a penalty for conceding. Like, if you're the defender who concedes a penalty, you should get like -2 points for a conceded free kick that goes in.
In Euro Fantasy, I think. In Euro Fantasy, you get -1 if you concede a penalty.
Yeah, that's fair.
That'd be pretty good. Would you guys? Did any of you play the Bundesliga game when it was like the hot ticket for about 2 weeks?
Played it for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, because their sub-on thing after games have played is pretty weird. I don't know if I'd like that or not. It was just like, I guess it rewards you for having a better bench, but it's a bit weird. You can change the captain as well, right?
Yeah.
Like as the game week goes on.
Oh, I like that. I love that option so much.
That's better than just getting rid of it, I guess. But I guess like what happens if you captain someone first day and they score a goal, but it's just like a 7 or an 8-pointer?
That does genuinely make the game more interesting.
Like, do you take it or do you think, oh shit, KDB's got West Brom? Let's fucking do it. Oh, it's benched.
Like,
it's really good.
Really good example.
Really good.
Last example, like Jan captained Calvert-Lewin, and he got 6 points. Does he keep that, or does he captain KDB against Fulham? Yeah, it's good. It's a good argument.
Yeah, I love that. I think the World Cup had that. World Cup 2010.
Yeah, it had it last time as well. 2018, I guess it was. Yeah, it's
That-
interesting.
In fantasy rugby league here in Australia, they have a rule where you can change your captain up until the moment he plays. So basically, all over the weekend, you can still like technically change your captain, and if he's somehow benched, you can just change it.
It's pretty good.
It only locks in the moment he takes the field.
I think the deadline for Bundesliga as well was like when the kickoff happened, rather than an hour before or now, 90 minutes. Don't know how I feel about that, but it's a bit less stressful. Like if you're back in the early kickoff, you basically can't get it wrong, which is quite nice.
Speaking of less stressful, I would love it if price changes weren't something that caused all of the stress. Like,
Oh my god!
the MLS game, right? The way they do it is that they increase the price of the players based on the points they get rather than market factors. So like the moment the game ends, if you score double digits, the price will go up by like either 0.2 or 0.1 or whatever, and then it just stays that way the whole week. Like, wouldn't that be good?
Have you?
I would just like a bit of like flipping. What should we call it?
Transparency.
Transparency.
Yes.
It's like because you get players like Mahrez who like will go like 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 21, and then you go like so all those 8 weeks of blanks he'd probably drop to like what is he now like 8.1, 8.0, and then all of a sudden he gets to 21, he's back to like 8.2, 8.3.
You got all right. So there's a good rant about price changes, which I'd recommend, which I've just linked in the chat. Maybe one for later, if not now. It's fucking hilarious, and it's so true.
Who's up in my chat?
I freaked out there. I was trying to figure out who's Alex.
Imagine having a first name, eh? Scenes.
Yeah.
You got 2.
We got 2. Collected them. Mate,
Exactly. Yeah.
half the people I work with are American, and they literally, not a one of them has ever actually called me by my actual first name. They just see Todd and like, well, that's a first name.
I've never
Crack
called
on.
you Alex.
It's true.
Gosh, like even the group's name is like Happy Birthday. My gosh.
I fixed it.
Yeah, I love it. Happy birthday, Sternfeld. That'd be nice. Stern.
Stern.
My bad.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we actually going to start half an hour later?
Yeah, gang is back. Kids, can we?
Okay,
Let's
ready?
go. Yeah, you're going to have to.
Welcome back, everybody. It has been a very strange week in the world of football. Let's get straight back into it. So, as always, so I am Keeds, and I'm joined by everyone else.
Hey,
You're
my
all
name
back.
is Gun. Ha! Because we're wishing people happy birthday by their last name now. What's up, guys?
We could do that for this off pod, like refer to everyone by their last name.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. Let's do that. Okay. McPeake, how are you?
You got it right. Well done. I'm good.
McPeake, you've got to greet the next person.
Oh.
Who we got? Which one? I can't remember what order Todd's names go in. They're just
That's
Todd
okay, that
Alexander.
works.
I'll go Todd.
Oh god. Yeah, I've not been on for a while actually. It's been a busy time.
Guest host Todd.
Guest host. I guess I'll pass over to Sternfeld.
Yeah.
I guess. There's no I there, is there? There's no field. It's Feld.
No,
Oh,
I. It's Feld. Hello, everyone.
Totally pronounced it right. Kind of.
No, you did. That.
Very nice. Okay, so as usual, we'll go through the usual stuff, which will be, again, very quick because it's been a straightforward week. I feel like the league is doing more and more similar stuff. I think that's why it's very difficult to give away awards for weird things. Yeah, because people are basically making conventional moves. Like, I'm pretty sure you guys can guess who was the biggest transfer in this last week.
Might that be KDB?
Ding, ding, ding. 0.1 points for Todd.
Williams.
Yeah. I think the curious thing was basically who was sacrificed for KDB. So you had, so if you sold players like J. Rodriguez, like if you had the money to upgrade mid-range midfielders, well done, hats off to you. But if you sold players like Son or Kane, that would have been heart-wrenching. I don't know. I think in hindsight, it's still an okay move. But yeah, quick question for you guys. How do you guys feel about Spurs now? Are they worth picking up still? Or are they just like, I'm going to get rid of them and I'm going to hedge on everyone else?
I'll keep Kane, but I'm not like going to double up on Son until their run of fixtures is over. I just have too many men to fit in, and he can't get in there. I have Kane. I'll live with that, but I'm not going to get both.
Todd, what do you think?
I've got neither at the moment. I sacrificed Kane to get KDB, which earned me like a point extra or something. But I capped KDB and I wouldn't have capped Kane. I don't know. I thought Arsenal pretty poor, to be honest. And for example, Kane's goal came from them wasting an attacking chance, which I know is.
No, Kane's goal came from Partey leaving the field during the fucking game.
Yeah, and that. So they were down a man who was supposed to cover the space and wasted an attack which led to that counter. Well, obviously, Kane and or Son, or if you could even have both if you wanted to, and I'm sure it'll work out fine. Especially this week, you've got Palace, and United are playing City, so a lot of people who don't have them have got those instead. But I don't know, I've kind of committed now to riding out their tough fixtures in thinking that the likes of KDB and Salah have got higher ceilings, I guess. But I'll be getting one of them back as soon as. I mean, it's tempting to do it every week basically because they keep firing. So, but I'm going to ride it out, I think.
Okay. All right. So let's talk shop and get all that stuff out of the way. I'm gonna share screen now. Time for Boomer. Oh wait, I got the app. I've got the app. Okay, so this week was good for most of us because like if you felt good about owning a differential or bringing KDB, you got it wrong because Salah also got double digits. Son also got double digits. Kane also got double digits. Bruno also got Bruno didn't get double digits.
What about the big stuff is after being 2 weeks out and everyone's selling him, he comes back with an 18-pointer.
Yeah. It's FPL for you. So as you can see, everyone's basically in the 60 to 70 to 80 point range. Team of the week, we should announce this. It goes to, it's pretty far down, I think. Where's Paritosh? There we are. Paritosh Pai. And if you look at this squad and you see Bamford on the bench, Todd, is this poetic justice?
It's a banging score, whatever it is. Look at that. All the real big scorers, big hitters who double return this week sat there.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That.
Is it crazy though? I don't know. Like if you did
it's not crazy that Salah, Son, De Bruyne, and Kane return, but I mean, double points on all, double digits on all of them, and then some nice returns out. So did Zuma score a goal or something, or was he just bonus?
Yeah,
that's pretty strong.
All right, so that's the conventional stuff. But now we're gonna do a little bit of transfer policy. Our transfer of the week goes to straightforward stuff. We've got, where is he? Yeah. Musa brought in KDB. And the obvious replacement, Jack Grealish, who had a blank. So moves like these, where you can just upgrade a 7.0 midfielder into a 11.6 one. These are the moves that you should be aiming to make like this December. If you can do it for free, fantastic. I think this is probably the month where you get to see who has the most shrewd transfer policies and who can manage their money the best. Yeah, it's all about these sort of moves that really separate you in December. But everything straightforward here. One of our panel also made it to an award this week. Justin had a good award last week, and it's unfortunate that he had a good score. It's still a good score. It's still a green arrow. But Justin, would you like to tell us the story, how you feel about lost opportunity? Or do you not regret selling Wolf Zaha?
I'm going to put this one on FPL. Basically, I transferred Zaha and Zaha Martinez out for Meslier and Jota. And I got a price rise on both of them. Here's what's it? Jota didn't start and Zaha goes crazy. I mean, I think that could happen to everyone, but Zaha was flagged. He was only, I think, 50% to play. And then like the day after I transfer him out, it's like, oh, he's back. He'll play. I'm like, okay, that's how it's gonna be. So yeah, it's not ideal, but I don't know. Long term, it'll be okay. I needed at the time. I mean, Grealish wasn't playing and Watkins wasn't playing, and Zaha was flagged, right? And so, as you can see from my team, I managed to get 11 players despite having 3 Aston Villa players in. So my thinking was, I've got a bit of a bench, but I need one more player in to get a full 11, and so it's only a -2 if I take a hit, because if I'm gonna have them not playing and they get, in fact it ended up being a -3 because Jota only got 1, but that's that's okay. Yeah, so basically it was out of Zaha and Grealish, and I just reasoned that given the fixtures, Grealish would score more points in the future than Zaha would. So I got rid of Zaha.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's completely fair. I don't think any of us here would criticize you for selling an injured player. So it's unfortunate, but it's still worth mentioning. Okay, now for a quick one. A lot of us got big scores this week because basically everyone fired. And it was pretty easy to pick up 2 or 3 strikers that delivered, because Vardy got points, DCL got points, Kane got points. So most of us had 3 strikers. Half the league had 3 strikers that all returned. But, all right, it was a bit more difficult to look for players who had 3 defenders that delivered. We had a lot of we had a few clean sheets, but we had a few that didn't quite keep clean sheets. Anyone want to guess? No, actually no. This one's impossible to guess. So this next award goes to the player who had 3 defenders that actually had returns. Yeah, how about that? I think this is the sort of week where players like Ahmed would feel pretty good, because like this is the sort of score that you would expect, right? To fly up the league when everyone else had shit defensive scores and you have 3 defenders that return. It's just such a shame that, yeah, he missed out on a couple of big hitters. What do you guys think? Ellis?
Well, I thought it was me, to be honest. I had, the same thing. Van Holt, Tellez, and Nico Williams all get 5 points.
Yeah, he just edged it with Robertson.
know. I was
So
going.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole reason why I got those, put those players in, is because, they have the potential to go grab assists when they don't get clean sheets. And it's just, and they have really promising.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
78 is a
Yep.
great score this week still, I think.
yeah, absolutely.
yeah, it's still a great
Just,
score. Yeah.
I guess other people have got a Kane or a Son instead of Vardy, maybe, but
Yeah. Jota was basically the Achilles heel. And now, so the search for all scoring defenders were fun. So here's the most hilarious bit. We've done defenders, we've done strikers, and I was trying to look for a team that had all their midfielders score. And you'd think that it'd be easy, right? All you needed was like Son, Salah, KDB. But yeah, people would either own Jota or maybe still having a James Rodriguez like me. So it was actually surprisingly difficult to look for a team that had all their midfielders score. We we have a few honorable mentions. I think, was it Harry that had? Yeah, there were teams that fielded a 4-3-3 like this. I think that's quite clever. Who ended up with a good score. I believe Ayub also had a good score with 3 midfielders like this. So it's been a good week if you tried to play 4-3-3, especially considering the blanks. But all right, now this is the one where you guys can guess. Who would you guys think had a team with at least 4 midfielders that return, either in a 3-4-3 or a 3-5-2? Who would you guess? So everyone gets one. Everyone gets one. Sternfeld, you can go first.
Oh, it was someone near the top. I can't remember who it is.
Top. I'll scroll to the top for you. There you are.
Yeah, thank you. I was gonna go Harry.
Harry. Well, Harry at 3.
Ah.
So that doesn't count.
I'll say Wilson.
Wilson. Let's see. Where is Wilson? Wilson had J-Rod and Jota. So no dice. Todd, what do you think?
I was going to say Marwan, but I've seen his score. It's not three
But like, could you scroll
4
down?
midfielder.
Someone got 51.
Oh, it's close. Look at that, it's 3.
Literally, if you cap De Bruyne, you get more than 50. Who got 51?
Raj. He also captained KDB, but he got a bit unlucky with the rest of the squad. Yeah, it just happens. It happens.
Wait. Is my math wrong? How do you get... Isn't... Oh. I was doing 28 times 2 instead of 14 times 2.
Yeah. All right, Sternfeld, your guess.
I already guessed. I guessed Harry.
Oh, okay. Ellis.
I'll say Teddy.
Teddy. Where is Teddy?
I don't know.
Is he at the top?
If I have to have a second guess, I'll go James.
I can't find Ted. Where is he?
Is he under Paratosh?
Yeah, he's Paratosh Pie.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know that. No dice. He had Jota in his squad. Yeah, I know, right? You'd think that the 96 pointer would have it. But no.
Jota ruining a lot.
Is it James?
Yep, Jota did ruin a lot of it.
James Mulaney?
You'd be surprised. A lot of people had Jota.
Jota.
My goodness.
And he had
So here's the clue. This team did not have Jota in it. What team do you guys think did not have Jota in it?
Someone who hates Liverpool. It's Omkar.
Omkar had Ziyech.
No, it's Cyrus.
I think we're getting warmer, but where is Cyrus? There we are.
My next guess, this is quality content. My next guess is going to be Max, but that's not warmer from Cyrus.
No, it's not. It's getting colder.
Raheem?
No, Raheem got like nothing, remember?
Oh, yeah.
What about Boris?
Nick who?
No.
No, not even close. So the
Um,
answer, we have to go all the way down to teams that have not made any transfers.
It's a, it could be Basil.
Oh,
Basil.
no, Justin, you laugh. Justin, you laugh. You laugh.
Basil.
Take a look at that.
Martial.
Martial cap killing it.
Yeah.
Been a
But,
great
but that midfield, it delivers. It delivers.
How's our team, our dead team doing?
Oh, yeah. Todd, you know what? That is the third guess absolutely correct.
Is it?
Take a look at that.
Hey, Greenwood, Suchek.
I forgot we had Greenwood.
Yeah, I forgot we had
Oh, we've got
Greenwood.
Jimenez.
Rip.
Well, Suchek came on for.
I'm so upset we didn't get Calvert-Lewin. I really wanted Calvert-Lewin in this team.
Well, got to put it with Che Adams instead.
No,
Maybe we like updated version in January.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we
Oh,
could.
did we,
Yeah,
did we
should
get
be.
to wildcard in January? Or did we just pick a new team?
I don't know. Should we?
I don't know.
Because this is meant to be the thing where you go, like, you know, if you start with a random 11 all season, you might not be able to beat it.
look, it's our dead team. We can make the balls. Like it's not like we're Basil and we don't want to touch it. Like we can do a wild card.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, so that is all the funny stuff from this segment. So yeah, we are done. Okay. Todd, would you like to kick our second section off with the Senate questions?
Oh, we've got questions. We do have questions. A lot of them were quite taxing and political based. But I've decided to ignore those because they were nothing to do with FPL. Okay, so the first one is so someone's looking for cheap picks basically amidst all the big budget options that we've been discussing probably too much at this point, and basically saying who's the best mid 5.5 and under. And I guess I can kick off by saying, is it Souček?
Well, it's Leeds, Palace, and Chelsea next.
Podence is 5.4. What a lad. Playing out of position up front.
Yeah, this is sorted by total points, by the way, not by form. So if it's by form, you've got that West Brom lad. But yeah,
Rafinha could be a good shout.
He's played well.
Played well. But he only has one goal to his name so far, but he's looked dangerous in when he has played.
And he's guaranteed
There's a
to
lot
start on Friday.
Yeah. The only thing with Leeds is, and we've said it multiple times this season, is that their points seem to be like spread out amongst their midfielders a lot. So, when it all comes down to it, like bite tongue, it's, Patrick Bamford or no one really. But Rafinha would be the one if you wanted to go there.
Still think Souček is the best option below 5.5.
What do you guys think of? Because I was looking at, I have to get rid of Hakim Ziyech this week, and I'm looking at the cheaper options, and I'm tempted to just get in Zendo and Guisa for 4.5, or is it 4.4 now? I don't know. But anyway, what do you guys think of Ivan Cavaliero, who's on pens, starting out of position up front for Fulham, 5.3? Alternatively,
Doesn't interest me at all, unfortunately.
Alternatively, you've got Lookman at 5.0, who loses.
Are you kids? I've never even heard of him.
Lookman, he's played well and then did the Penenka pen.
no,
Yeah,
he meant Cavallero.
Cavallero. He used to be at Wolves, did he not?
You'd have to be a Wolves fan to, or at least been tracking Wolves to see Cavallero play. He's all right.
Out of position. He's getting shots on goal, and he's on pens.
Yeah,
I just think that's just terrible, though.
Cavallero did what he was in the game where Lookman tried the Panenka. It was quite funny.
more than quite.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely not this week. They're playing Liverpool, but I just think I just think they're just so bad.
I think the
What's
real
happened to
question is,
Mitrovic, man? Mitrovic ain't even playing hardly at the moment. It's crazy.
yeah, good. You can identify it.
Yeah, I think Scott Parker rates Mitrovic that much anymore. He's too slow to
Yeah.
keep pace in the Premier League.
Scored a brace game week 2 and hasn't scored since.
Podence is such a funny guy. Like he's up there. He's 5.4, and he looks like an absolute gem of a player. But he just can't play big minutes. I don't know what Nuno has done. But
Frustrating. He plays
He's
so
out of-
maybe with Jimenez being injured, maybe that'll change things a little bit. But
Yeah, he's
Even-
out of position. Officially, he's out of position.
then, even last game when he was starting up front, he got subbed at after 60 minutes.
oh God, it's a risk of a 59-minute sub every single game. That's the worst thing about him. But he and Neto, obviously Neto has since risen past that price bracket. They both have played well. It's just I think Podence has played better than his points tally has shown, and he's still second for points in that bracket. But I think I'd probably go for Souček at 0.5 cheaper. But oh man, Podence broke my heart. He megged KDB, and I was like, "This is it. We're going on holiday together." And then nothing.
I don't actually have any interest in him,
so
but
let's-
Ruben Loftus-Cheek looked like the most dangerous Fulham player to me when I watched them anyway.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, wow, I can't believe we're giving Fulham so much conversation. Is it because of that Brighton game, or is it because of
No, it's just because
something
we've
else?
got key players. How do we fit in? Bruno, KDB, Son. All those players, and not those cheap players.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking in the 5.5 or lower bracket. That is where you find your Fulham players. And
Well, I'm considering getting Zembo and Wisa just because he's 4.5 and looks like he's at least somewhat dangerous. But didn't he score a few weeks
How
ago?
about Calvin Phillips?
he's too deep for me. Like he's got great vision on him, so he'll find a long ball for an assist,
He
but
played
not regularly.
way too deep. The only reason he got that assist last week was because he just chucked a long ball up to Bamford. He just buried it.
Click. No one's mentioned Click for Leeds penalty duties, and he's like the furthest midfielder forward behind Bamford now.
He's fine. I think I agree with what was said in general about Leeds midfielders earlier. I think he's fine. It's just you're going to have to be patient with them, I think.
Like between him, Jack Harrison, Helder Costa and Rafinha, like they're all going to get points, but it's just going to be spread out like week to week. You don't know whose luck it's going to be this week and whose luck it's going to be next week. Whereas Bamford's just like on the end of everything, unfortunately.
And anyone want to drop a word on Solly March?
Not interested. What about Arsenal boys? What about Saka? Is Saka? I mean, Arsenal in general, his chance creation is really low, but Saka is a good player, right?
He's a great player, but we just can't score. I don't know what it is. We just can't score.
Okay, so let's round up this question. One recommendation from everyone, starting from Sternfeld. Like,
You had to go me first, eh? I really like those Southampton mids. I don't know if you consider Ward-Prowse as cheap. If you don't, then Armstrong, but sort of, I don't know, they're looking good. Yeah.
okay, McPeake.
Just Souček. I don't see it for anyone else. Actually, I don't think
Okay.
Solly March is the worst though. But Souček.
All right, Todd.
Well, you asked for one, so I'll say Souček, but I've still got a bit of a glint in my eye for Podence.
And Ellis?
Yeah, unfortunately, it has to be Souček. But, the glint in my eyes is for Rafinha. I really like looking at him.
Okay, yeah. Oh, gosh. Yeah, this is tough. Yeah, my vote goes to Souček as well. I was actually thinking of selling Jota to buy Souček soon. But I'm still thinking about it because, yeah, I'm still not sure whether I want to get big strikers or big midfielders. Anyway, glint in my eye is obviously for still Lookman. So I'm leaving him there. Okay. Todd, next question, please.
Well, exactly the same question, but for cheap defenders, 4.5 defenders. I need to remind myself who's still 4.5 because obviously most of the good 4.5s are no longer.
Yeah.
Sorted for you.
So I'd probably. Oh, Dallas Rose. I can't say Dallas. Who would I say?
Well,
God,
Ailing-
Ailing's still
Ailing.
4.5. Yeah, I'll say Ailing. It's not cracking the choice.
You know what? Didn't BENTEKE score against someone recently? Was it Man United?
He did, yeah, and
Let's
I think it was Man United.
Yeah, it was Man United.
Is he like sort of nailed on, or is he like just sort of covering for someone?
Let's check his
No,
minutes.
he's good. I'm fairly sure he plays.
Yeah, he's started. So he's played 45 minutes twice. I'm not sure why, but otherwise 90 every time.
He was part of the 11 like that Hassan Hutel like put together towards the end of last season that went on that run.
Well, he could be an option. I mean, everyone's sort of gone for like the Walker Peters and the McCarthy's and the Vestergaards, but he could be one of those sleeper picks that no one thinks about.
Cool. Sternfeld, have you got anything to add? Why do I keep screwing that up?
Mm-hmm. Not a lot I like. I mean, Kilman was great. I guess it would be Masuaku, actually, is who I'd probably give a shout out to. But not a lot of great choices here. Yeah.
We have an update on Nathan Ferguson.
One day.
He was in training the other day, wasn't he? But he's yet to grace the grass, I think. Dead team could use him probably.
Oh, Christian Fuchs. Anyone considering a Leicester defender?
No, because Fuchs is like out of the team currently, with Ricardo and Castagna back.
So, Brighton, Ben White.
Racist.
Okay.
White's not. It doesn't really offer anything going forward. He's just a good centre back, isn't he? Like you'd want Lamptey, but he's risen to 4.7.
Wow. Gosh. All right. So I guess it's a pretty short discussion for this one. So verdict.
Oh, Taylor's 4.4.
Yeah, Taylor's 4.4.
Is he injured though? Why did he drop? Oh, Taylor's still playing. He's not missed a game. I think maybe Burnley seem to have improved lately a little bit, so maybe there's something there.
Did the FPR update? Arsenal away from home is 3?
Maybe.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so all right, yeah, looks like Matt Target, Villa. That's actually a good one. That's got to be a good one.
Yeah, Yeah, so there are some names there, but I think the really desirable ones have risen up there. I'm assuming Walker Peters has risen, Lamptey's risen, Dallas has risen, but I guess it's still cheap defenders, right? It still answers the question.
Okay, so let's come to a verdict. McPeake first.
I still like Masuaku.
Oh, I already said Masuaku.
I mean, it's okay to
We're
agree.
allowed to agree.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so Masuaku's up there. So Sternfeld, Masuaku as well?
Yeah.
Okay, Todd.
I've got Masuaku, so I better back him.
Ellis, are you going with the sleeper pick, Benarek?
No. Since they've got two double game weeks coming up, I'll say Matt Target.
Yeah, I'd actually also agree with the Matt Target pick. It's just such a shame that there are so many Villa players that are still like in the reckoning, which we will come to when we get to the next section. But yeah, okay. So 2 for Matt Target, 3 for Masuaku moving forward. All right, Todd, can we have our next question, please?
If you have to sell someone for Salah, would you sell Bruno, Kane, or Son? And I guess I'd caveat this by saying Salah's annoyingly played 90 minutes today, so make of that what you will. But Salah's minutes lately in the league haven't been... He's not played 90 every week for a bit, so maybe it's nothing, but... Yeah, I think we could broaden that out beyond Bruno, Kane, and Son and say which of the big boys that's still firing would you sell for Salah right now, assuming he plays?
Okay, so I've got the total points pulled up as things stand. That's how it looks. I don't know where to start. Ellis, would you like to start this conversation?
Oh God. It's difficult. Like I said earlier about trying to fit, Son and Kane in and trying to get all those other guys in. It's just not viable in my opinion. So if it all comes down to it, if you wanted Salah in with those guys, I'd probably get rid of one of Son or Kane, just whoever you don't fancy as well. Obviously for me, I'm keeping Kane. If you want to keep Son and sell Kane, that's on you. That's fine. If you want to sell Son and keep Kane, that's also fine. So it's just whatever you want to do. Obviously, selling Kane gets you more money, but selling Kane, you have to spend 2 transfers on it. So maybe Son.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think I just about agree with that. Obviously, Son is the highest scorer in the game right now, but you got to go with what's going to happen or what's happened, I guess. And Salah against Fulham, for example, or West Brom's on the horizon. There's some really big captain shouts there.
Oh, gosh. All right, McPeake, what do you think?
I'd probably say Kane would be my number 1 to sell. It's not a very clear cut. It's fairly close.
Okay, Sternfeld.
Number 1 to sell. Probably, is it crazy to still say Zaha?
No, but we're talking about just expensive picks because there are 5 expensive picks right now.
In my heart. Probably Vardy then. Don't think it's sustainable for Jamie.
Oh yeah, I mean the conversation now it's revolving around Salah, Bruno, Kane, KDB, Son. These are the 5.
I want to say
I think,
Vardy,
yeah.
but fine. If I have to choose one of those, it would be Harry Kane.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough.
But I want to say
Yeah.
get rid of Vardy.
No, I mean, I completely agree with you. I'm also going to get rid of Vardy. I am also at odds on whether to bring Kane in or whether I want to wait for one of the cheaper strikers to hit form. Because in my mind, the argument comes down to alternatives. If you were to sell Son or Bruno, you'd struggle for midfield alternatives who would have the same scoring potential as Salah. If you sold Kane, you could still potentially match it if you played the fixtures right. Because DCL is still considered quite stable. Watkins, Callum Wilson, Bamford, all these players. And now Danny Ings is back. So there are all these players that can potentially maybe fall a little bit short of Kane's returns because Kane rarely gets braces. So yeah, Kane is the logical pick. My vitriol for Man United has really hit its peak now because they are really getting found out. I don't care if Bruno's the talisman of Man United. I'm not touching that guy. Ole is
So
just
would you not
mismanaging
say
the
that
team.
you'd sell him then, by that logic?
I would. Yeah, no, seriously though, I would sell Bruno. Like, Bruno's not even in my team now. You can look at this screen, right? Bruno's not in my team. I sold Bruno to get
So
KDB.
of those big choices, you'd sell him instead of Kane, since you don't even want to own him.
Surely,
Yes, not anymore. Not until Ole gets fired. When Ole gets fired, I would reconsider.
But if you already had Bruno, surely you wouldn't sell him now, wouldn't you? Would you? Or would you still do that?
No, I'd still do that. Like, the extent to which Ole is mismanaging United is so bad. It really is really, really bad.
It doesn't seem to matter for Bruno, though, unfortunately.
Bruno changed the game last weekend.
Yeah, he did. But you ask yourself, right? It's the same argument with Vardy. How long does that last? You know?
I don't know, man. He created so many chances. He only got one assist in the end.
Yeah, I disagree with selling Bruno, but it's only because he's only blanked in 2 games out of 17 that he's played.
Yeah, he's blanked the Chelsea and Arsenal and Palace.
Right, so that's 3 out of God knows how many.
3 out of I guess 10 because they missed game week 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's fine. I think that's a fair argument. I mean, just look at the fixtures. Like, besides the Sheffield United game, everyone else is pretty worth their salt coming up. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I wouldn't mind doing a hokey pokey, just bring Bruno in for 1 week against Sheffield United later on. But yeah, for now, I mean, honestly, I have owned Bruno for 2 weeks and I did pick up both double-digit returns for those. So I'm not complaining. Like, I would own Bruno when the fixtures are right. But for now, I just don't see it happening. At least for the midterm.
I just think United are just so... I swear it's just like you can flip a coin to try and see whether they're going to look great or utterly terrible. I mean, first half against West Ham, they should have lost it 4-5-0 easily. They got absolutely... They literally couldn't show replays because of how frequent the attacks were against their goal. And somehow they got out of that. It was thanks to Bruno largely, but if they do that against City, they're going to concede so many goals and there's no coming back. It'll just be sad.
Yeah.
I am very happy as an Alex Tellez owner, though. Obviously not when conceding 4 or 5 chances in the first half, but attacking wise, he looks the goods. The amount of crosses he puts in and the amount of quality crosses he puts in, it's just a shame he only end up with 1 assist. He could have had 3 or 4 that game.
His crosses are amazing. I do think Luke Shaw seems to be back fit. I don't know if that's putting you off a little bit.
But do you not think then they line up in a back 3 like they did against PSG that a while back.
Yeah, it could easily happen. Especially, I
Because
almost
they
expect
did it
that
last
against
night.
it.
It wasn't good. I don't know how quickly they'll do that again.
Didn't
They
they
were
win?
really bad.
Was
Sorry?
the first time they played PSG, like the one that Alex Tellez played wing back and Luke Shaw played centre back.
Yeah, they were good that day. And that was like, they had a really weird team out that day. But last night they played that three at the back with Shaw left centre back, and it just was terrible with McTominay and Matic in midfield.
Wan-Bissaka looked awful again. He was awful against Brighton as well.
You guys, like what they're watching, have you guys not considered playing McTominay as a centre back? Because he does play there for Scotland.
I'm sure they've considered a lot of things.
Yeah.
not working
Wait. Let's leave the United conversation. Let's delay it a little bit. So, just to close out this topic, so we unanimously agree with Kane for the most part. Ignoring biases.
Yeah.
Ignoring biases.
I did drop Kane so that I could keep Salah, so I guess I can't say anyone else. Worked out pretty evenly.
Okay, let's move on. So, Todd, please introduce the next question so that we can continue this.
Well, it's kind of related. So, someone's jokingly asked, who's the worst team in FPL and why is it United?
Okay, let's continue.
I'd throw out Arsenal at the moment, for the amount of the players cost. The attacking potential is so poor. I don't know. I mean, I know there's two Arsenal fans. It's a bit aggravating, maybe, but
let's let the Arsenal fans have their moment. Does Sternfeld want to start?
I'll say they're better than Fulham, and leave it at that.
Yeah, but per cost though. I mean, you can squeeze a cheeky Fulham boy in there for 4.5 or whatever. Aubameyang, He's got to be the worst value player in the game currently.
Their prospects of getting promoted next season are looking half decent though. Like the squad's still in good shape and all that. So, Arsenal will be all right.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about that is people say like, oh, Arsenal are only like 8 points from the bottom three. And it's like, well, we're only 8 points off the title as well. So what, by that logic, we're in a relegation battle, but also still in the title race? What is that?
Yeah, but it is looking bleak. I mean,
it's not good.
Like, there's no
people
attacking.
Like we're on a bad run of like 3 games and like 4 games, and we're saying we get relegated. It's like, come on, grow up.
No, I don't think relegation's actually on the cards.
I'm sure things will pick up across the season. It's not obviously there are some good players there. It's just I don't understand what's happened because like when Arteta came in, the defense improved, but the attacking potential was still all right, and Aubameyang obviously was a large part of that. And now it's just I don't know. It's like the amount of games recently where I've sat watching thinking that you're just never going to score.
Yeah, I think we've fallen into the Chris Wilder trap where teams have just worked out how we play. So I think he needs to just change it up every now and then. Same thing with Nuno Santo. That's why he's got to forward back for the first time in 17 years.
Yeah, very likely. I don't know whether there's. I don't know because like you've got plenty of the ball. It's just I don't know.
And even against Tottenham, like we had chances. We could have scored like on another day. We could have had like 2 or 3 goals. It's just our finishing is just off. There was one time when Lacazette headed it straight to Lloris. Time when Aubameyang had a sitter that he headed over. Like he really should be burying those chances, but something's just wrong. I don't know what it is. We just can't score. Seems like.
Yeah. Well, like I say, I'm sure it'll turn around. It's just, I guess what other teams are. I mean, you've obviously got the likes of West Brom and Fulham, they're a bit easy to criticise, but equally they are bad for.
I mean, that will be the game when it has to click. Otherwise, we're fucked.
Yeah, that is a really weird one because, I mean, I'm not sure about you guys, but I feel that we don't credit the other teams enough for being good as well. Because if you look at the other teams that Arsenal have lost to, they're actually pretty good. Like if you take Spurs out of the equation, right? They still lost to Wolves and Villa and Leicester. You know, all these are decent teams.
Yeah, I mean, it
These
could
are
just be a fixture thing because we all dumped Aubameyang game week 3 for a reason, right? Because the fixtures were terrible. And I mean, I'd still say there's too many losses in there. I mean, the win at Old Trafford was just about the only real positive result there because you'd expect the other points. Like they beat Sheffield United. Like that's if you're not beating Sheffield United at home, you got issues this season, I think.
And even that
Yeah.
game, supposedly, you think, what's that? McPeake coming up with his goal in 3 years?
Yeah, it's weird. But I mean, the fixtures are gonna turn soon, right? Yeah. Like they look.
Well,
okay.
now if you look at it, that looks pretty good to me. Burnley and Southampton at home. Obviously, Everton, Chelsea there, but I mean, if they're playing well, if they get some confidence from those first 2 games, they can score against both of those teams. They've got more than enough to score against them. And then obviously after that, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Probably beat United
after
again.
that Chelsea game. After that Chelsea game, it looks really good.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to see some encouraging signs first, but
Thing is,
I still think Bellerin's. The defence seems better, but Bellerin's crossing was so bad.
Oh yeah, Bellerin was like the worst player on the pitch for me. The derby. I was looking at those fixtures now, and it's like we do historically struggle against Burnley and Southampton. They're like two of our.
Do we historically struggle against Burnley?
Well, usually they're pretty tight games. There's one game when it took it to
I still think we beat them.
Oh yeah, we normally scrape out wins, but they're usually not as
Oh, we're not 5-0.
I can check history. Let me check history. Hold up.
I'm pretty sure Burnley's one of our better teams to face. If they haven't beaten us since 2008. So the last game was a draw, and then win, draw, win.
Yeah, it is 12-1.
It's a pretty good record.
Yeah, it is. It is a pretty good record.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if you look into some of those, there might be a 95th minute Koscielny handball winner and a 97th minute Alexis Sanchez. Oh, that was the game Denis Ceballos became prime Xavi. But there was one game where Alexis Sanchez did a Panenka penalty in the 97th minute. So there have been a few close ones.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that red card one, I think, was the last minute one. But wins are wins.
Yeah, it's looking good. Like you can take a look. I think it's only that 0-0 in February that was a bit weird. But okay, yeah, something to monitor. Any other candidates for worst team?
Can we just talk about how uninspiring West Brom are?
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing to like really.
Can we talk about why are you on the Among Us wiki?
The most hilarious thing that happened is
wait, I've got a story for that later.
Wait,
let's finish the questions and I'll tell you the story about it.
The most hilarious thing that happened this weekend was the West Brom Twitter posted a whole story of what's his name, Mateus Pereira, and saying how he scores goals. He's a very good goal scorer. He does this. He does that. He's everywhere. And then he gets a fucking red card this weekend.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, so the only player I'd even consider is Robinson, isn't it? Was it? I saw it was for violent conduct. Was it actually violent conduct, or was it?
What about Gallagher? Look at that form. Whew.
I mean, I
When he
guess-
was falling over, they
guess so,
said
yeah.
they said he kicked out at a player, but it was more like the player was falling on him, and he put up his legs to like protect
Cheeky.
himself.
Sorry, just quickly, Conor Gallagher, 17 points the past 2 weeks. Just saying.
I mean, you really are scraping the barrel when it comes to West Brom players, I think.
Right. 17. Lucian, if you had asked us which player 5.5 and under has scored 17 points the past 2 weeks, I don't think I'd ever guess Conor Gallagher.
Yeah, I don't know where this. Honestly, when I see the word Gallagher, I still think of the youth academy product from Southampton, Sam Gallagher, from like 7 years back. I really didn't expect Conor Gallagher to be part of this conversation.
His own debut against Arsenal, and he almost scored. I remember that game.
Right, when I see Gallagher, I just think of Oasis. Like Liam and
Oh yeah. Yeah, West Brom. I guess Johnston's inspiring. Been pretty good.
He's fine, I think, but he's just not going to keep many clean sheets, and there's better 4 or 5 keepers. That's the problem. Is I can't see why I'd ever go for one of these boys over people at the same price.
Yeah.
And I think that
fair.
helps West Brom from being less obviously the worst FPL team. It's the fact that they are also cheap, but there's just better options across the park.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope that perception doesn't change with Melier and McCarthy rising in price, because they're still considered the same bracket. But what about Johnston versus Matt Ryan? Who's worse?
who's worse?
Yeah.
That's a harsh. Why can't you say who's better? Why are you so negative? You know?
Matt Ryan has at least
'Cause
been
we're
a good
talking about the
asset
worst
in the
team.
past.
Look,
Johnston's
Matt Ryan is
not.
the best goalkeeper to ever grace this earth, and he should be in a top 6 team. So I'll go Johnston.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
tough, but
That's fair.
slightly. It's marginal.
Okay. So let's move on then. Todd, could you give us the next one?
Right, what have we got? So so we've had our first game cancelled due to COVID now. Do you think? Well, it's the Christmas period anyway, I guess. But do you think we now need to have a full playing bench all the time just to make sure we've got that covered?
I think that's the whole strategy from day one, wasn't it? That this could happen at any point, so you've got to be ready for it.
Yep.
I
Completely
hear
agree.
that the West Brom game is in danger. Newcastle West Brom.
I think it's been given the go ahead just not that long ago, but you'll have to check that because I didn't really read it.
Okay, that's good news because I'm raring to play Jamal Lewis just for this game.
Watch Gallagher like a hat trick.
Oh
What a
my
hero.
gosh. But yeah, full bench. I want to bring up the argument that with the new implementation of 5 substitutes, we're still having 5 substitutes this season, right? Or is it down to 3 now?
Still 3.
No 3,
Oh,
but
still
then
3.
liberating, getting 5.
Okay. All right then. Yeah. Full bench. I don't think
What
it's easy to
about
get.
including the keeper? Because
Yeah.
for example, I played this week without a keeper because I didn't want to move Martinez on.
Yeah, it's like the guys that had Emi Martinez and Peacock Farrell, and thinking that Pope was still going to miss out, and then Pope ended up playing. That's just unfortunate. But yeah, it's a good argument. Like I had to take a -4, well, to get it out of any Martinez out for Melia, and I don't really want to take -4s every week if that's going to happen every week. Like let's say for example Leeds go down with COVID, then you're fucked. Let's say that someone did Martinez to Johnston last week, and then the West Brom game could get called off this week because of the same thing. It's a possibility.
Okay, so the argument is strong. Sternfeld, what's your input?
No, I think I've said all I need to say about West Brom.
Yeah, the less we talk about that, the better. Let's just move on.
Okay. So that is this section done. That is this section done. Okay. So let's quickly do predictions first. Where did it go? Where did that go? So we have compiled everything. Hold on, let this document update. And there we are. Okay. Okay. So let's do the double-digit scorers first, because I think a lot of people got a lot of stuff correct. So 2-0. No one got that. Okay, wait. Let's highlight that. Highlight that. Highlight that. So Todd leads from the City game.
I think I should lose points for under who didn't even play. I don't think.
That was a good shout, though. That was actually a pretty good shout.
Just seeing his name there reminds me that one of my friends in my other leagues transferred out Nelson Semedo for Kyle Walker. And when Kyle Walker didn't play, he was fuming, but then Semedo got scored an own goal, so it was actually worked out better for him.
It's quite fun.
Wow, that's it, right?
Is that it?
That's it.
Oh,
Wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah, Semedo conceded
Jesus Christ.
an own goal, so it's like -2 points.
We all
Happy
backed.
birthday. You win.
We all backed Arsenal as well. It looks like.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah, we did. We did all back Arsenal. Wow.
Like no good reason.
I didn't. Fuck.
That Burnley game, when Dwight McNeil missed that sitter right at the end, I was just thinking about Justin the entire time.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so sad. Goodness. Oh, all right. Well, I'm glad everyone's done with Everton. Oh yeah, let's just drop a quick word on Everton. You guys, because literally every active team in the league has DCL. Are you guys gonna sell?
I don't think he scored, right?
Yeah, he did.
It's bigger fish.
But are you gonna sell?
No, he keeps ticking. I don't know. To me, I'm too safe anyway. Really, he's too high owned, and he keeps returning, and he didn't cost that much. The only person I'd consider selling for would break my soul to get Bamford. But I don't know. I'm not against getting Bamford. It's just I don't see the need to move DCL to make that happen.
Did you just say that?
Well, he's doing well, isn't he? The reason I've not bought him is because I thought he'd stop doing well, but he keeps ticking over. So
You go get Shea Adams.
well, I had to get Shea Adams because I couldn't afford Bamford, but I was 0.1 off. Classic Bamford. But like, I do. I mean, like everyone's ripping me about Bamford on the regular basis, but I've been saying it for the last 5 weeks. Saying he's got two goals in 5 games, which is perfectly great for his price, but it's not like he's ruined me. I'm happy for the lad, but I couldn't afford him this week, so I don't have him. That's the only person I'd consider it for.
Watches videos of Erling Haaland in training.
I bet he does. I bet
Bielsa forces him to do that.
Like, I'm not in a rush to get Bamford anyway. he had a bad fixture this week and he scored in it. He's got a few good fixtures coming up. He's only 6.1 still. But like, who else would I even sell DCL for? That's what I'm trying to get at. Like
Wilson, if the West
Callum
Brom game
Wilson.
doesn't get called off.
Callum Wilson's hurt me more than Bamford has. Not sure that's an upgrade emotionally.
Oh, quick one. McPeake, is Antonio gonna be back soon?
I bet no one knows at the club because his hamstring is like so on and off. Like when he gets injured, it feels like he's just constantly injured for like months, and it seems like that might be the case again. I doubt he'll be back this week anyway. Like maybe the week after, but like the last time we thought he was back, he only lasted 45 minutes before he's injured again and out for multiple weeks. So it's definitely not worth jumping on before you see he's fully fit anyway.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, right. Let's get on to predictions then. Let's start with the Fulham bashing fixture. So Fulham v Liverpool. Okay, big scores, people. I refuse to go first. Ellis, you're up.
All right, let's go 5-0.
Oof. Okay, 5-0. McPeake.
I'll go 4-1 to Liverpool.
Ooh. Okay, at least they concede. Todd.
I was expecting a 5-0 from City, and it really looked like it should have been 1, but it was only 2 in the end. So maybe I'll go 3-0 Liverpool.
Okay, 3-0. And Sternfeld.
4-0. Full.
4-0.
Liverpool.
All the big scores are taken. What is this?
Not 6-0.
Oh,
Yeah, 6-0
I know, right? Gosh, this feels like a game of bridge.
What about a Fulham win?
Yeah, no. Let's give Fulham a bit more credit, right? 5-1. Just a bit more. Yeah, let's do the next fixture first. I'm gonna leave this list to be like long. All right. The next one is Palace versus Spurs. So this comes down to how tight you think Spurs and how tight you think Palace defense is. McPeake, you wanna go first?
I'll say 1-1.
Whew. My gosh. Didn't expect that from Mr. Safe. Todd.
Two.
Wow. Okay. Sternfeld.
I also want to go 2-2.
You can do.
Fine, 2-2.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go with the blowout fixture. 4-0. All right, Keith.
I'll go 3-2 to Palace.
Okay. Now, can you guys explain to me, each of you, why do you think Spurs will fuck up this one?
They have to.
It feels like it's time. It's time. They've had that.
It's their time.
I don't think necessarily they'll fuck up. I just think Palace, they're the sort of team to sort of nick a point here, I think.
Yeah.
And they're not
Spurs are as
playing
good as
badly
they've
anymore.
been.
I need to get a point from like those games against Man City and those games against Chelsea and Arsenal and City, and I said City already. Tottenham, I guess. So.
You see, like we saw how hard Mourinho found it against Burnley, who aren't a good team, but Burnley don't want to attack Spurs like the way Southampton do or Arsenal did, or like that. Crystal Palace are just going to sit back the way Burnley did, and I don't think it'll be a free-flowing game.
Yeah, I just think they'll take a scrappy goal or something.
Yeah, I'm actually quite glad no one predicted 1-0. Okay, next one then. Potential 1-0 here. Arsenal Burnley. Wait, I need to be courteous and ask the Arsenal fans first. Would you guys rather predict this one or Southampton, Sheffield United?
Southampton, Sheffield
This
United.
one's
Okay,
fine.
we'll do Southampton, Sheffield United. All right, cool.
you.
Southampton, Sheffield United. Okay. All right then, Todd.
3-0
To Sheffield?
to no to Southampton.
All right. Sternfeld.
Thinking. I'm feeling a Sheffield goal, but I'm still gonna go 2-1. 2-1.
Who's our McBurney, by the way? I keep forgetting.
Is that me?
I feel like it's.
Oh yeah.
Or is it? I thought he was McGoldrick.
I don't know. I don't even know who these players are. I don't know who I am.
Fair.
Okay. That's fair. Yeah, I will go. No, I think it's gonna be 1-1 for the fun of it. Okay. Ellis.
Yeah, I'll go 3-1 to Southampton.
Okay. And McPeake.
I'll back the Sheffield 1-0.
Okay.
Pick up their first win.
Sheffield 1-0. All right. Now, if you like to watch rape porn, then this next fixture will interest you. The Manchester Derby is this.
I was so wondering where you were going with that.
Especially with the screen share. Like, it's just a bit dodgy.
Right. Okay, I get it. All right. Sternfeld, you want to go with this one?
0-3.
0-3 only. Okay, cool. I watched this game when I was a teenager in Australia, in this dorm called something house.
Which one?
Student house, college house. No, it's the one on Swanston Street.
Yes, the hallowed something house.
Yeah.
University.
Yeah. Was it something lodge?
Not
Or whatever.
Not Union House.
Yes. No, Uni Lodge. That's the one. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, there were so many typical United fans of race whom I shall not name, as we all watched City beat United 6-1. And City were good.
Oh, they were good, were they? Because they won 6-1.
Well, they deserved the 6-1. And I still remember Darren Fletcher
Yeah.
scoring the consolation goal.
It was a
And
this-
bit like the 7-1 when Brazil, was it Oscar who gets like the
Yeah. Yep. It's like that. Yeah, the reckoning. It's gonna happen. Okay, Ellis, what do you think?
Well, you're going for 6-1. Oh shit.
Jesus. I was thinking like a 0-0.
You could.
Yeah, I'll go 0-0. Why not?
Okay.
4-1 City.
Okay, and Todd.
2-1 City.
3-1.
I think.
City.
2-1.
Okay, 2-1. 2-1.
Yeah, I think City will batter them first half, and United will get a consolation.
Okay, could you name them? Because we're going backwards now. Scorers.
Oh shit. KDB.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just stick with KDB.
Okay.
I think he'll
McPeake, we're going backwards. So yeah, McPeake, you can go next.
Sterling Mahrez, KDB.
Sterling Mahrez, KDB. Okay, Ellis, which keeper?
I'll go Dean Henderson / De Gea. Whoever it starts.
Okay.
Has
That's
Henderson started a game this year?
He did, right?
Which one?
Once.
Started one game. I can't remember which one it was, but he did start one.
Started last week.
Christensen was playing against West Ham.
Oh yeah, West Ham. Yeah. Yeah, but De Gea wasn't even in the squad, if I remember correctly. Okay, I'm gonna make this list long. So this starts with KDB scoring, and then Jesus will get one, and then Jesus will get one. No, Jesus will get a couple, and then who piles on the misery? Oh yeah, Diaz will
It
get
sounds
one
like the
from-
wet dream of a really anti-United person. He's like, who's heading on the action next? Oh,
Yeah.
The whole team on there.
You guys watch Bukake porn. You guys know what I mean. All right, so Diaz will get one from a corner, and then
They're all planned out.
there will be a late penalty, but KDB would probably give it to Gundogan. Yes. Okay. Nice. All right. Sternfeld.
So last week I said KDB, Mahrez, and Bendy. This week I'm saying KDB, Sterling, and Bendy.
Sorry, I missed the last one. KB Sterling and
Bendy.
oh, Mendy. Okay. All right. So next one, McPeake 1-0 Sheffield United. Ooh, give us a name we've not heard in a long while.
McGoldrick.
Oh, okay.
A full of players.
Oh, you revealed that was
You
such
have
a
to
flaw.
back yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Ellis, do you want to back yourself too?
No, actually, only one goal and a 3-1 loss. Yeah, there's no chance Billy Sharp gets doubles. I'll go Ings, Adams, Theo Walcott.
Actually,
Whoa,
McGoldrick can't even get double digits, but anyway. I still back
I
him.
need to add a line here. Okay. Walcott. Okay, that's fair. 253. 253. Okay, fine. If McPeake won't say it, I will. Lord Lundstrom is back. He got the assist, by the way, against Leicester. Okay.
Hang on. How is Lundstrom getting in a 1-1? How was he getting to 10?
253.
He can get 10. He can get
253.
a goal plus 3 bonus plus playing 90.
Okay. I'm gonna say. Can I just say no one?
Yep, that's fair. All right. Todd.
I think we're going to see an Ings hat-trick
Okay.
because this time next week, it'll be like, oh, how do I get Ings in? Happens all the time. These guys go away, come back, re-announce themselves. It's like, my team doesn't have Ings. Don't look right. But his fixtures in general are pretty terrible, though, so I think I'll avoid him after his hat-trick. And who's going to get? Got to be 3-0. There'd be someone else, wouldn't they? Go Ward-Prowse.
Oh, okay. I was thinking you're gonna name a defender like who was their right back? Was it?
Oh,
Valerie?
that's a good point. Actually, they've got some. I'll go Vestergaard as well.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
no, wait! I've said Ings hat-trick now, so maybe I won't go
Yeah.
Vestergaard. I'll
Yeah,
say
you can.
Kyle Walker-Peters because he's going to get an assist. Couple
Oh yeah.
bonuses.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Possible.
There
Okay.
you go.
So that and all right, Alice, your go on the Spurs game.
All right, let's go Zaha, obvious one.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go Eze as well.
Oh.
And Ben Arnold. Got back, my boy.
Okay. Well, I'll do the advocate. Get the easy stuff out of the way. Oh no, not this one. Yeah. Okay. Sternfeld.
Whoa!
Fuck it, Benteke.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm pretty sure that's what they say when they throw him on the pitch.
Yeah.
Fuck it,
Fuck it.
Bente.
Any more in the 2-2?
Nah.
Wow. Okay. Todd.
Zaha, goal and assist for him probably. So it's Kane or Son.
Wow. I don't think you can do that one. Like the
No,
Gea Henderson.
I've got to pick one of them. I'm just trying to decide which. Kane.
Okay.
Maybe like
All right.
okay song.
Son.
McPeake 253.
Yeah, I'll just back Son to pile on the pain week on week.
All right. Fulham Liverpool. Sternfeld, you want to go first?
Sure. So I think Lookman, Areola, and Anguissa.
Wait, you predicted 4-0 to Liverpool?
No. We'll go Robertson, Salah, Mane. Do I want to chuck in Jota? Fuck it, yeah, sure, Jota.
Okay. Adding a new line. All right.
See, this kind of feels like cheating. I'm like naming the whole team.
Yeah, I mean,
All
like,
right.
if you just named all the 11, is there any penalty for just keeping naming people?
Yeah, so you don't get no one gets 10 points and you say no one. There's like no price for that. Like you're just incentivized to name as many people as possible.
Well, it's a prediction threat for a reason.
Oh, but Lucid, come on, man. You gotta.
Yeah. How
Okay.
about
Then we'll cap it at maximum of
everyone
4.
you get wrong?
Okay.
Okay, wait. Todd, say that again. You get what for everyone you get
How
wrong?
about you lose a point for everyone you get wrong? So if you just say one person, you get it right. That's much better than saying.
There are going to be a lot of
one
low
right.
scores.
Yeah, but like we're all same rules, isn't it? So
Yeah. Okay. That's
a
fair.
minor score
All right.
will win. Just at least it stops me just naming 11 players right now.
Okay. No, that's fair. Okay, we'll go with that. Then.
I'll go. It's annoying. Salah played 90. I think something Salah will play. I think he just might come off at 70 minutes, something. Hopefully after the job's done. I'll go Salah and Robertson, and that's not just because I own both. It's very wishful thinking, maybe.
Okay, McPhee.
I'll say Salah and Jota, and it's definitely because I own both. So yeah.
Okay, Ellis, big one.
Make that list longer, man.
Okay.
All right, let's go. All right, Salah, Jota, Robertson, Kelleher, and we'll go Curtis Jones in there as well.
Wait, what was the fourth name? I missed it.
Kelleher, the goalkeeper.
Oh, okay. How long is Alisson out for?
I just don't know.
I didn't even know he was a doubt for the last game, and then he wasn't there.
Oh, and Trent Alexander-Arnold too.
Oh, damn it! You had my pick. I was hoping I could sneak it. Okay, yeah, the return of TA. So, I'm gonna put him up there.
Naming the entire
first.
order,
So,
that's
Salah gets. Yeah, I think just the two. That works.
Well, I hope so. That'll be some good points for Salah.
Huh.
Yeah. I'll leave it at just 2 names. Whoa, big scores. Okay, I'll work out the scoring and deduction system. I think I'll deduct 0.1 instead of deducting 1, so that we can have a chance of finishing on positive number.
No, deduct 1 and then give 5 points for a correct answer or something.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's
Yeah,
the same as
I'll
your
give 10.
You'll have negatives then, by the way.
Yeah, just let's get into negatives. It'd be fine.
You could just say we would have like 9 or 10 picks across the 4 games, and you can't go over 9 or 10 players.
So
Just
either
spread
cap
that.
the picks or get minus point for 1 wrong. Going for precision here,
Okay.
not just like everyone, all 22 players in every game.
Fuck it, then take it.
Okay, BENTEKE.
Yeah. No, seriously, Benteke is going to get something. I don't know whether he's going to get double digits, but I'm pretty sure he's going to get something. All right. So, just a quick drop on the under 21 draft that we set out 2 weeks back. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good as to who. I think it's pretty clear who's going to win, like after the first round of games. But never mind. I'm just going to leave 2 more picks out there. But I just want to say thank you for like everyone who replied to the picks and the threads and all that. Yeah, because it was still a good exercise regardless of whatever the outcome was. I think it also kind of shows who is paying attention to like the rest of Europe. But what do you guys think?
We should do it over 30s draft as well one day.
Oh,
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
Who gets latter?
Maybe like over 33s or something. I feel like over 30s is too broad.
Over 35s maybe.
Over 35, so that we can.
Oh, I don't know if I could name
Jesus
that many
Christ.
over 35s.
That's rough. That's very rough.
31 or 2, I think, is a good.
How old is Ronaldo? Let me check. We need to eliminate
35, 36, I think.
Oh God, Ronaldo's 35.
35. Jeez. Wow.
Oh, it's gotta be
That's
over.
sad.
How old's Messi? Like
Okay.
33, is he?
But he's like 2 years younger or something, isn't he?
33, yeah, I think.
Okay, we'll do an 33 and over, but we'll ban Messi and Ronaldo.
All right. Seems fair. It's less hand it is.
Yeah.
Might pick Rooney just for the bants. Need a coach.
No player manager.
Gosh. Okay. Anyone think? Is there anything we didn't address? I felt like we actually covered a lot of stuff this week.
I think we're good.
Oh, yeah, I think we've been pretty solid.
Yeah. Gosh.
I do think Newcastle's fixtures are a lot better looking than I thought they were. It's just a shame they've only got one person who's remotely interesting to me.
Is that because
they had no fixture last week, yeah, but so their next 3 are West Brom, Leeds, and Fulham, but the 3 after that are dreadful though. So it's City, Liverpool, Leicester. After that, so the next 6 are mixed, but like you get all 3 good ones. So it might be a good short-term punt for 3 fixtures if anyone needs a striker. It's mad how Callum Wilson rose last week, even though he weren't playing. Just for the record. Yeah.
Yeah. Shit. I forgot. Yeah, that's everything.
On last week's pod, no one mentioned the fact that Joel Linton was the second highest rated player in the entire league like 2 weeks ago. Behind Mahrez, who got a hat-trick. Joel Linton was the second highest rated player.
Yeah, he was second highest scorer. But that really just shows how shitty that week was. My gosh. Wow. Yeah, that was bad.
He got 11 pointer. Oh, Callum Wilson got 12 though.
I mean, the highest rating, like the highest, like.
Oh, okay.
Like Mahrez got a 10. Like your Joel Linton got like a 9.7 or something. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. So, yeah, as for closing, all right. So we are about to enter a period of midweek Premier League fixtures as well. So, there's I don't know how many pods we can do in this period. And I'm not sure when to do the pods so that everyone can listen to stuff. So I think it's fair to leave it at. I mean, we've got a decision to make. It's either we wait for 2 game weeks before we do 1 pod, or we just have a shorter version of the pod involving maybe 2 or 3 of us. So we'll take a look at that later. But I think that's most likely the best solution for like one of these would be the best solutions for everyone's arrangement. Having said that, I want to ask the panel, right, in this period where we have midweek games and such, in your opinion, how many subs do you think you would use from your entire team? Like, do you think all three would come in for you in this particular season? Or do you think that actually one good sub will be fine? So, Ellis, what do you think?
I think one or two is good enough. Like, obviously, you're not going to have like people like Mitchell and like Killman coming on every week since they're not playing. So you're not going to waste transfers getting those boys out. So I think this is just one or two is fine to cover the odd, Watkins and Grealish missing a game. Not that bad.
Okay. And Sternfeld. Sternfeld.
I've always been a big, not normally this season though, big advocacy for subs that play, just because there's a lot of rotation going around. It's a shortened schedule, and every time there's an international break, 15 players come back sick. So yeah, I do think subs are a necessity. Maybe not 3, maybe 2. Probably don't need to keep a sub, but you definitely don't want to have 3 players on the bench who don't play.
Okay. McPeake?
I think definitely 2, if not 3. But I probably feel comfortable enough with 2 playing subs. I think it's going to get really rough over Christmas now with the benchings, the random benchings and injuries and the like. I think it'll be interesting.
Okay. Todd?
I think also what I always try and have is my first bench be a really strong first bench, because obviously the number of times you need 2 and 3 I can't remember the last time I needed all 3. 2 has happened occasionally, maybe a couple of times a season, but 1 happens all the time. Like in my last 6 weeks, I think I've used my first sub four times or something crazy. So having that strong first bench, I think, is the most important thing, and then you should have a second one. And if you've got 3, that's obviously better. But again, I don't think I'd use subs for it in particular, because, or invest too much money, because it's not going to happen often enough to be worth spending extra.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, my opinion is for December, okay? Specifically December, 2 subs at most. 1 or 2 is good. So I think if you go and pick up Neco Williams for 3.9, you should... No, maybe not Neco Williams, but like any other 3.9. Like, what's that? Barry Douglas or someone like that. Then you should be still okay. I almost forgot. There was a very important announcement that came up yesterday. I completely forgot about it, but I think we just need to quickly drop a word on that. Anyone heard about West Ham's game against West Brom being rescheduled?
Yeah, it's 18 moved to 19 or something.
Yeah, so West Ham get a double game week of West Brom and Wolves.
And it's very likely that more teams will have double game week 19s and blank game week 18s as well. It's just that West Ham announced it themselves.
So should we wait? Shall we save that conversation for next part?
We still need more TV schedule announcements to know what the fixtures will be, but at least we know 1 is confirmed.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, we should probably wait anyway, because it's Is this game week 12 coming up? So quite a way up.
Yeah. That happens in January. Okay. All right. Well, that's a teaser. Hopefully, we'll get to discuss it next part. Okay. Thank you, guys. That was great. Keith, can we have Ellis? Can we have our benediction, please?
He's departed.
Oh no.
He's already benedicted himself.
Okay. All right. Brian, what's this? Yoda voice. Rise the Senate will. Okay.
Oh.
So